Virtual.
Haven't hosted anything. It's crazy. I just wanted to kind of share this with you guys. As we had interviewed the wife of Renee Tamunda, they are laying him to rest today. I just got a message from one of my friends in customs. They're doing a final salute at the airport. Departures around 12:45 ish, to be followed by burial at a Windward Memorial around 2 p.m. And again, as you guys may recall, Renee Tamunda, one of the five customs officers at the port who contracted COVID in the line of duty. He's only 45 years old when the virus took him. No underlying conditions. Okay, and so again, our condolences. A very, very devastating interview that we had with Renee's wife and his brother, Ray. And so our thoughts and prayers are definitely with them this morning, as they are with Melinda Sanchez, who we're going to bring on next in the KUAM News Zoom room here. As man, there's just so much going on, Melinda, with this COVID, and you know how it is with just COVID. It's like one blow after another. But when we got the news that your son Zach had passed earlier this week, I mean, it just left a lot of us, kind of on the floor. And first of all, we just want to offer our condolences to you and the family, and just know that a lot of people, and I never got to meet him in person. We did the Zoom thing, but so many people I talked to who knew him just talked about what a light he was and what an example he was. So in a lot of ways, he's still here inspiring people to this day. So,
I
Melinda.
actually have known Zach since he was little, right? When he was going to school over at St. Anthony's with Tyler, the two of them would do plays and stuff together. So yeah, it really hit hard when I heard about his passing. But we got word that you got something special, a reminder from the last time, I want to say, you were on the show.
Yeah, we were just doing busy work here, trying to get Zach's wishes in order for what he wants to do, and we got a knock at the door, and postman had just delivered an envelope, and it said the university. It said it had his name, and it said the University of Colorado Boulder, and I opened it up, and there was his diploma, and he wanted to make it official. He wanted to make sure I knew that he did the thing and he did the work. And he was sticking it to me too. He was saying, see, I told you I could do it. I told you. Even though you pushed me and I didn't want to do it and I got tired and I still didn't want to do it. But at the end of the day, he did it. And he wanted to make sure I knew that he did it. And that was a good message and a sign for me that he is still here and he's doing his thing. And to tell me that he's okay.
That's
and
one
that
of the
he's soaring high.
It's one of the things that we talk about when we say what an example he was, because when we had him on and he, finished his school and he was going to get the degree, I think for a lot of people out there who may have been struggling with their schooling, to see that Zach was doing it, living with cancer and doing the thing, I think a lot of people said, hey, you know what? If he can do it, I can do it too.
We've had a lot of people that have reached out, even when we had the drive by and we had the interview with you, and that mentioned, they're like, man, you're making me look lazy, like I don't I don't have any excuses. Like I have to say, oh, I really don't want to do that today, but man, Zach had just had chemo. Zach had a rough day today, and he still showed up and did the work and finished. And now they used him as a motivation for them, or a kickstart for them to keep going. Every day they wanted to live as hard and as lively as Zach tried to live his, even to the very end. He controlled everything to the very end.
You said that he had some wishes and you were preparing for it?
When you when we found out that, I mean, that the plans weren't going to be the plans that we had hoped for,
Yeah.
you make other plans. And so that's what Zach did. He made other plans so we wouldn't have to worry about what he wanted, worrying about what he wanted, and how he wanted to be laid to rest and celebrated. So he wrote it all out. He had it's his final production notes for us. So he had wishes on how he wanted, who he wanted, how he wanted things done, what music. He even had it down to, okay, you're gonna have this song played and cue tears. I'm like, you're cueing our tears, Zachary? Really? You're cueing our tears? I don't even think that's possible. I think we'll already be laughing and crying and everything. So he had it pretty much laid out for us, so we wouldn't have to worry. But he also, when he wrote it out, it was as if though he was having a conversation with us. So as we're reading it, we were laughing because it was like, I want this, this, and this, and this, and in parentheses it would be, I'm serious, Nathaniel, or I'm serious, Mom, you do this for me, and stop rolling your eyes, or stop giving me this. And I was like, he acts like he's talking directly to me. Like, how did he know I was going to say that? So he kept his personality and his sass all the way, even in his plan notes to us.
I mean, I want to read this post here because when I got the news that he passed, I mean, the first thing I did was look up your Instagram, and there's a picture of Zach with the wings and the purple wall, and you write, some days cancer has the upper hand. My angel gained his wings today, but he's rooted in our hearts. He never forgot where he was from. Zach didn't lose anything. He did everything. Everything asked of him. Soar high, Zach. Thank you for you. Hashtag Zachy wins.
He won, and he still continues to win because he showed up. He put his faith and his physical body in the hands of other people to try to make him better, and he did everything asked of him. When we started and they said, we just need to go 8 rounds. We went 8 rounds, and they said we need to go 8 more. We went another 8 more. Even though we couldn't get a definitive or certain end date to when his fight would be over and provide us the positive result that we were hoping for, he did everything asked of him, and he won, and he did everything his way. I mean, he didn't go nicely every day to chemo. He didn't go nicely and feel nicely every day after chemo, but he did everything asked of him. Everything asked of him, and he always remembered where he was from and all the people back home that were cheering him on and rooting for him, and then all the people that found his story inspirational or somehow impacted them in their lives, that he somehow gained more friends that he didn't even know he had all over the world. And in that manner, Zach won, because he was able to make a difference, and that's all he wanted to do. Even after he graduated and when he wanted to start his career, he wanted to just make a difference in someone's life. He wanted to make a difference and deliver a message. And Zach's message is, people remember what you said, what you did, but most of all, they'll remember how you made them feel. And Zachary always made you feel better after talking to him. Always made you feel better. He'd bring the laughter, and he'd bring the smiles. Sometimes he'd bring, a little bit of irritation, a little bit of nudging, but at the end of the day, it'll always be laughter, because you can laugh at it, because Zach was goofy like that and dramatic at the same time. So Zach won. Zach won.
He was a warrior. He was a warrior. Like you said, he inspired so many people. You shared the message that he wanted people to know about him. What is the message you want people to know about him?
Uh, Zach's uh, Zach's beautiful spirit was larger than his body could hold, and was much larger and fuller than cancer was. So he wanted everybody to know that every day mattered, and let your spirit shine, and go every day in color and see it in color. And if your color happens to be pink or blue, or in that day sometimes it's going to be black, then just do you. Zach was all about being himself unapologetically. He was just himself unapologetically. And that's how you have to live your life. And that's what he wanted people to know.
Min, when we had you on and Zach had, finished the schooling and you guys had decided that you were just going to come home and discontinue the chemo, did you kind of begin preparing for what could have been goodbye?
I was just telling someone that, when you realize that you're given the information and you make the decision that, okay, I'm going to do this my way. And when we decided to come home, I knew what Zach wanted. He just wanted to come home. We had some plans in place as far as mentally. You're never prepared emotionally. But we knew that coming home would be a place of comfort and finality, because coming home wasn't about a curative option. It was about keeping Zach happy, giving him what he wanted, and keeping him comfortable. So we had some plans, but it happened a lot quicker than we thought it did, and that's because the body just was tired. And so we knew certain things, and Zach was starting to put things in place and make sure people knew how much he meant to him, and he also knew what people needed to do. He started already delegating and putting things in motion. So he was the director all the way to the end.
Amanda, the outreach, right? The support. I mean, so many people just reaching out to you and Zach. I mean, not just now, but before this. What would you have to say to those people who have been there, who feel like they've been there with Zach for this journey?
We're absolutely grateful for everyone's support. We're blessed to have come from a community and an island where our hearts are bigger than the island itself, and to come up and then to connect with other people who are not from here and learn about how to be able to support. And we're extremely grateful and extremely blessed to have the support that we've had, and to have had their help to lift Zach through this entire journey. So I want to say thank you, and live every day and make every day matter, because tomorrow's never guaranteed.
Mindy, I want to thank you for coming on to speak with us. I know that it's a tragic time for you, and we actually have one of the clips you sent of Zach singing, so we're going to let you go, and then we're going to throw this clip out there and take a break. But again, if there's anything we can do, is there any message you want to get out or anything about the service, don't hesitate. Shoot us something. We'll get it out, okay?
Thank you so very much, you guys. I really appreciate it.
Ago Mossman.
Bye. Take care.
And so we're going to pop this clip up here, Jane? Mm-hmm. Okay.
When you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna.
I think you know the rest. We're going to take a really